Welcome to this session on cybersecurity. I am Dr. Ala Jabbar Al-Maliki from the School of Computing at University Utara, Malaysia. Today, we are going to examine the technical vulnerabilities embedded within the QR codes we use every day. We use these black and white squares for menus, parking, and transit posters. Our conditioned trust in these shortcuts creates a digital doorway for attackers to bypass our standard security caution. This comparison illustrates the core mechanism of quishing, or QR phishing. On the left, a standard phishing email relies on a malicious link you can visually inspect for typos. On the right, the quishing email buries that same link inside a pixelated matrix, making the payload invisible to the human eye. A QR code is a language built for machines. When we see a block of pixels, our phone sees a command to open a website, connect to a network, or send a text. Because you cannot visually parse the data or preview the destination before scanning, quishing successfully bypasses standard human security heuristics. We can map out the precise technical steps of an adversary through a 6-step kill chain. It begins with step 1, the trap. The attacker places a malicious code in front of you, either by placing a fake sticker over a legitimate QR code on a parking meter or embedding it inside a forged corporate email. Step 2 hides the true destination. The embedded link bounces through a shortener and passes through a proxy before landing on a spoofed domain. This redirect chain is designed to fool security scanners that only check the initial link in the sequence. Steps 3 and 4 occur at the moment of execution. Your phone camera translates the code and redirects your browser to a pixel-perfect clone of a legitimate website. These pages use high-pressure warnings, such as an account suspension notice, to induce panic and force a rapid response. Step 5 is the data harvest. As you enter your credentials and multi-factor authentication codes, the attacker captures them in real time. In corporate environments, they often target session tokens, the temporary keys your browser uses to prove you are already authenticated. Step 6 is the final impact. With your credentials or a stolen session token, the attacker takes over your accounts. They can then move laterally through a company's secure network or initiate a ransomware deployment. Scanning the code triggers an automated, multi-stage credential theft pipeline that activates in milliseconds, entirely out of your view. This network topology diagram helps explain why enterprise defenses often fail. Imagine an employee receives a fake IT update requiring them to scan a QR code to enroll in a new security policy. The first failure occurs at the gateway. These systems are designed to parse text. When the gateway inspects the incoming message, it scans the body text successfully, but treats the QR code as a benign image file. The scanner passes right over the matrix, missing the payload entirely. This creates the channel crossing blind spot. The malicious email sits on a protected corporate laptop, but the employee scans it with their personal smartphone. The attack executes over an unmonitored cellular network, completely bypassing the corporate firewall barrier. Quishing weaponizes the physical air gap between enterprise network boundaries and personal consumer hardware, making it a highly effective evasion technique. Effective defense starts with changing your scanning habits. Inspect the physical context for tampering or stickers, and use a secure scanner app that allows you to preview the URL. If the address looks suspicious or contains misspellings, close the connection immediately. Standard text-based authentication is vulnerable to proxy-based attacks. This cryptographic binding model shows why phishing-resistant MFA, like FIDO2 hardware keys, is the gold standard. If a proxy site attempts to intercept your login, the hardware key detects that the origin domain is incorrect and blocks the transaction automatically. Organizations should implement dynamic, single-use QR codes for any sensitive application. A QR code used for authentication should expire within 30 seconds and dynamically regenerate, preventing an attacker from capturing and reusing the same image. If you realize you have scanned a malicious code, air-gap the device by turning off Wi-Fi and cellular data. Use a separate trusted machine to change your passwords immediately, and check your device for any unauthorized configuration profiles. QR codes are neutral data containers. They only execute the instructions they are given. By replacing a blind scanning reflex with technical verification, you dismantle the attacker's primary leverage and secure your digital perimeter against these specific exploits.